These are quite large speakers. In fact, a lot of people have them in their house, but they do take up a lot of space. This week on Tech Talk, I'm here with Brian Cash. We're going to be talking about another option. You've got the in-ceiling sound systems, isn't that right?
Yeah, we do. In-ceiling speakers are becoming very popular. The main reason they don't take up the space, right? So if you want a nice, clean look and you still want good sound, people don't want a great big box in the room anymore.
So what kind of options do we have?
All kinds, actually. There's a lot of different speakers. We use the in-ceiling speakers, in-wall speakers, and they actually mount directly into the wall. So if we look at this particular speaker here, generally the round ones go in the ceiling, but it doesn't matter. Square, round, doesn't matter. You can use it anywhere you want. And so we basically have a round hole cut into the ceiling. This is going to slide up into the ceiling, and as you tighten the screws, little feet pop out. And that actually just clamps it to the drywall. So it's quite easy to mount. Your regular speaker wire would go to that, and then there'd be a grill to finish it off. They can even be painted. A lot of people will paint them same color as the ceiling, or if they're in a wall, painted the same color as the wall, and the speaker pretty much disappears. You've got the sound, but you don't see the speaker.
Let's have a look at the finished product.
Sure. Okay, so if we look at this room here, you can see the big speakers. This is kind of your traditional look with the two big speakers on each side, big center channel speaker.
Still putting out great sound.
Really good sound. Takes up a little bit of floor space. But if we look up at the ceiling, now we've got our three speakers all mounted in the ceiling. We're going to get awesome sound quality, but we eliminate this. So really the biggest thing is a wife acceptance factor they talk about. These are generally, accepted much more than the big speakers.
Yeah.
And by doing this type of system, it just gives a cleaner look, especially now with the small TVs and stuff, right? You got just a thin TV on the wall. You don't want to see everything. We put the speakers in the ceiling or the walls, and it just gives you a nice, clean, clear look with really good sound quality.
So Brian, will you need a receiver for something like this? I mean, this one here is obviously for the system you have set up in this show display.
Really, it's just different speakers, so it's the same kind of system. You're going to have your main receiver, and you see in a system like this, we've got it in the room. What we're starting to do with a lot of homes, especially if you're going to conceal the speakers, is we can now put this equipment in another room. So it's hidden off from the room. Then we'd run speaker wires in the wall or in the ceiling up to each speaker and back to the system. So it works the same as a big speaker, just eliminate all that bulkiness, I guess, and nice, clean, clear look.
And just with installation, should people be doing this before maybe they renovate their basement or build a house, or can it be done once the house is already built?
It's easier to do before the walls are up, obviously. So with new homes, we'll go in. Generally, when the electrician is in, we would be in at the same time running all of our wiring. But it can be done after the fact as well.
Just as easy that way then too.
A little bit harder, but it can definitely be done.
Next week on Tech Talk, we'll be talking about the Control4 system. This is a system that can control pretty much every feature in your house. That's next week on Tech Talk with Brian Cash.